Okay boys, here we are going to determine the position of element in the modern periodic table, like I've written over here, position of element in the modern periodic table. When we talk about position of the element in the periodic table, we are going to find out two things. Position means the period number on which the element is located and the group number in which the element is located. So these are the two things that you need to determine for finding the position of an element in the modern periodic table. And I've just written a little write-up for you so that you understand how we can find it. So going by what I have written and we did in the class in the morning, we need to know the atomic number for determining the position. Okay, the atomic number is the number of protons, which tells us the number of electrons also. So if you know the atomic number of the element, we can determine the position. From the atomic number, we are going to determine the electronic configuration. The electronic configuration is how electrons are arranged in the orbit. And by knowing the electronic configuration, we are thus going to locate the position in the periodic table. Okay, so the electronic configuration is going to tell us these two things. Okay, the number of shells in the atom or in the element and the number of valence electrons. These are the two things that the electronic configuration tells us. Now this number of shells tells you the period in which the element is located. So the number of shell will be telling you the number of the period, and the number of the valence electrons, it helps you to find out the group number. Now there is a catch when we are talking about the valence electrons or the group number, and it is that if valence electrons are more than 2, then 10 is added to the valence electrons and this gives you the group number. Fine. If valence electrons are equal to and less than 2, then that is the group number. Got that? Let's do some examples now. Let's take Z, or atomic number in this case is 7, and another example is 12. One is 7 and one is 12. So the electronic configuration in this case is going to become 2, 5. 7 is the atomic number, and in this case it's going to become 2, 8, 2. Right? Number of shells over here is 1 and 2. So the period number becomes 2. This element is going to be in period number 2. The number of shells here are 1, 2 and 3. So the period number for this element is 3. Okay. Now finding the valence electron. Valence electron is this, and in this case it is this. Here the valence electron is 5, which is more than 2, like I told you just now. So we'll add 10 to this, and the valence electron being 5, we are going to add 10 to it, and the group number is going to become 15 in this case. Here the number of valence electrons are 2. Just now I told you if it is 2 or less than 2, then this becomes the group number. It remains the group number. So this element is going to be in period 3 and group 2. And this one is going to be in period 2 and group number 15. Fine. Quick, some more examples. If I say the atomic number here is 3 and here it is 15, let's say. Okay. The electronic configuration here becomes 2, 1. Number of shells are 1 and 2. So the period number becomes 2. The valence electron is 1, and this 1 is less than 2, so the group number becomes 1. In this case, the electronic configuration is 2, 8, 5. Number of shells are 3. The period number becomes 3. The number of valence electrons are 5 over here. Since it is 5, the group number is going to become 10 plus 5, 15. Okay.